Hey guys, what's up? It is Amy. It is like 11:30 at night. And I got a special news report that we have some really, rolling in fog going on. So, going out here to take a look. Let's see what I can see. Hey, what's up, buttercups? It is Wednesday morning, and this is Amy and Jared. Check out that hair, dude. He is on fleek tonight. Say, I'm on fleek. He got this little pompadour thing going on in the front. Looks kind of cute. I'm sorry, buddy. What was that? What'd you say? Thanks. Great for the gas. Yeah, so wait till I get you guys outside. Wait till you see the fog outside. It is so foggy outside right now. So we're all ready here. He's waiting for the bus. I'm ready to go back to bed when he leaves. I'm tired. I was up late last night. I didn't get to sleep probably till about 1:15, 1:30 or so. And it is currently now 6:10 in the morning. So I'm like half asleep, don't mind me. Got my teeth though. My teeth like glow in the dark. Maybe you think it's just me. I don't know. Right, dude? Yeah. Right, dude. Yeah, so we're just sitting here and waiting for the bus, and that's about it right now. I'm exhausted. I don't know why I just could not sleep last night. It was just, every time I went to lay down, my legs were itching and everything else, and I gotta go to the doctor because there was definitely something going on with my legs. And then usually at nighttime, my legs, I start feeling like burning sensations in my legs and all kinds of other stuff. And like this morning I woke up and I was walking in the bathroom, I felt like I'd stepped on glass or something. Like my one middle toe, it just felt like there was glass in it. Is the only way to really describe it, but there's definitely nothing there. So I don't know. I'm thinking I might have some nerve stuff going on due to back problems or whatever the hell the problem is. So yeah. Hopefully it's probably something I should do today is make a doctor's appointment for myself and go get the leggies checked out. So, alright, so we'll get back to you in a minute when we're ready to leave. Alright, so we got our coat on, and check out this new hoodie we got. Look how handsome he looks in that hoodie. It's a very cool looking hoodie, bud. You can finish zipping your jacket up if you want. Pull it up more. There you go. You can put your backpack on. Surprisingly, it's extremely clear out here. It's a lot of that fog lifted from last night. So we're just waiting for the bus now. Alrighty, so Jared is on his bus, got his hat on, and he is off to school at the moment. Mama is going back inside and laying back down for a little bit. I am exhausted, so at least get some sleep. I had to go and run and do a whole bunch of errands today. Hey guys, what's up? Well, change of plans. This is like the third time this doctor has done this. She decides to have her receptionist call me like 2 hours before his appointment to let me know, oh, we're canceling his appointment today. Well, excuse me, hold on. First off, the child hasn't been even regulated on the medications that he is on, but to boot, he has no refills on his medication, and something like Prozac has to actually be a written script to drop off, I think, because it's considered a controlled substance. So she's going to cancel his appointment, not even caring if he's got refills or anything else. I'm just really, really peeved. You don't even know. Yeah, so, I don't know. I'm waiting now for them to call me back because, like, somehow they got to get him a new script. He's only got, like, 4 pills left. People are a pain in my butt, I'm telling you. You know, and not only that, you know, this disrupts my day, too. This is a day off of work for me, and, I mean, they just don't care. And I can't wait to get somebody on the phone because I'm going to be... I'm gonna be yelping at them, trust me, because this is like ridiculous. I mean, it's one thing once in a while to cancel an appointment, but this is like in the last, what, 5 or 6 months that we've had this doctor, she's canceled 3 different times already. I mean, it says like 50% of the time she ends up calling out or rescheduling or something. I've never met such an irresponsible doctor in my life that does that. That's just craziness. So, so hopefully they'll get better. Hey guys, well, I just got off the phone with the doctor's office to call and schedule. Yeah, these dumbasses are scheduling him for a med check that he hasn't had a med check in over a month. Now I've got to wait a whole other like month and a half. The next available appointment for this wonderful doctor is on November 29th. We're talking after Thanksgiving. This is ridiculous. He's on a medication that needs to be regulated. And, like, they're just like, oh, we'll write another script. And I'm like, yeah, but the script that he has is not, like, fully what he's supposed to be on in the first place. So, yeah, and now, like, they put me into a supervisor, which, of course, that's a voicemail. God forbid. The voicemail, you know, and they'll call you back when they feel like calling you back. So, just so you know, if anyone's in Pennsylvania and deals with Northwestern Human Services, they completely suck. Their doctors suck. Their freaking staff is ridiculous, and their attitude is ridiculous. I wish there was some other doctor that was in the area that I could take him to, because this is like, I mean, we're talking like this is 3 different times now that they've had to reschedule him in 6 months. That's like 50% of the time that we schedule him, he's not getting in. It's ridiculous. Ugh. And I hate when I get pissed like this, because then I start crying and people mistake it for weakness instead of, like, being pissed off. That is a really bad mistake for people to make of me. Believe me. Unbelievable. Ugh. I'm about, like, ready to frickin' flip a wig. I really am. I might go in and have a glass of wine over work. I'm at work right now to pick out some pumpkins for my son and whatnot, so I'm gonna drop them off at least. This is ridiculous. Alright, so pumpkins are picked up. This is what we got. Because, unfortunately, we have no orange or plain white ones anymore. They're having a very difficult time getting them. And, so, we went with the stripey ones. So, his class will be happy either way. So, we're, headed now, gonna go over to school, gonna go drop off these pumpkins, waiting for this guy to get from in back of me so I can back out. It was kind of cool because I got to vent a little bit to a couple of my work friends about what happened. Yeah, so we'll just go on with our merry day or whatnot. And you know, now that I come to think about it, I think November 29th, I think that's still partially the hell is that? I think that is actually partially the Thanksgiving week that he's going to be off. It's like something laying on the road in there. Don't mind me. I'm just like looking. I can't tell whether it's like a rock, branch, tree, dead animal. It's like kind of weird. I don't know if y'all can see that. Like, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I think it's a dead duck or something. It looks like, yeah, it looks like a duck that bit the dust. Alright, so we're heading over to Jared's school now, drop off our pumpkins. Alrighty, so pumpkins are dropped off. So that's half the battle there. Then we have apple cider donuts that have to go in next Monday, and that's hopefully if we have them. We've been running out of a lot of different things. Like, I mean, our munchkins and all that are going. Like, they're having a hard time getting them from other farms and everything. It's just been craziness. And then I found out the apple cider donuts actually are getting there too. Like, they're having a hard time getting them. I'm just hoping that they're going to have them so I can get them on Monday, the order for them on Monday. That's the hope and dream. So, yeah, we're gonna stop at the Wawa real quick. What's the Wawa? And, then I need to go home and eat something because I am hungry. And, then make some phone calls because I gotta call his neurologist, his pediatrician, and all that great stuff. So, yeah, fun times ahead. Well, little man is rocking and ready for his lesson. Say hi. Say hello to the camera. Right here. Say hello. Look down here. Say hello. Say hello. So he's ready to go. Had a little hard time getting him started. It's getting harder and harder every week to get him motivated to come at the karate. I don't know if it's he's losing interest or what's going on, but hopefully we can get him reintroduced to something he'll be interested in, hopefully. So, we should be getting started in a little bit. Hey guys, what's up? Well, we just got done karate lesson, and that kind of like was a bust in a way. It was good, but it was bad because, you know, of course, little man wasn't as focused as he should have been and whatnot, but it is what it is. Funny enough, like, we couldn't remember one of the defense moves that we were practicing, and this one here just pulled it out of a hat somewhere. Like, neither one of us could remember what it was, and then he remembered what it was. I'm like, oh my god. It's so funny, like, he goes from one extreme to the next. But, yeah, so I get, in the middle of his lesson, I get a phone call from her supervisor, the doctor's supervisor. And the supervisor pretty much is telling me that they cannot do anything until they talk to this doctor. Then he wanted to give me another doctor's appointment for tomorrow at 11:30. And I said, oh, so you want me to take a second day off of work in order to compensate for your ineptness with scheduling? And he's like, well, it's not our fault that she called out. And I say, well, you know what? I would kind of question that because, you know, I'm sure I'm not the only client that she's pissed off at this point. You know, I said, you know, I can't imagine I'm the only person that's upset about this. I said, especially the fact you called last night to verify his appointment, called this morning to verify his appointment, and then turned around and said, and then went and canceled it because she called out. And I was like, I've never met such a crazy medical field in my entire life. Because this isn't the only place that does it. I mean, the place he was at before was at Pendel Mental Health. They were just as bad. We went almost 8 months with no doctor whatsoever. No doctor. Because they couldn't find one to hire. Because no one wants to frickin' work for them. And a lot of the problem is, a lot of these psychologists, psychiatrists and whatnot, they don't want to work for these organizations. Because either they're not put together correctly, or they just aren't getting paid enough. That's like the only two summations I can come up with at this point. I'm just frustrated beyond belief. And I mean, his poor kid goes through enough as it is with his emotional mood swings and his meltdowns and whatever problems he has, and then he's got to have a doctor screw it up even more. I just don't get it. The only thing is, thank God I called Walgreens and I told them, I said, look, my son's got literally one pill left. He's got one pill left. And they expect him to suffice with that until like Friday. Which I don't get that. So, I'm vlogging here. I got a phone call. Okay, yeah. So, I was vlogging. Got interrupted with a phone call. Yeah, that was his case manager. Kind of updated her on everything. And told her what was going on. She's like in agreement with me that this doctor is like pretty much a complete jerk off. So, I mean, I don't understand how this whole mental health agency is working. I really don't. So, alright, we're gonna go into Walgreens, see if we can't get some help for him. Hey guys, I'm telling you, it's been a very long day, and you know what, it's not been a very great day either. Sorry this vlog's gotta take such a negative turn, but you know what, y'all should be informed of the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know, of what happens in this field and what these doctors do to their patients, and just, they don't care. It's just beyond belief. Whatever happened to the medical profession? I just don't know. I've never seen a medical professional act in the capacity that they've acted in over the last, I'm not even going to say just this doctor, over the last like 2 years that we've been in the mental health field dealing with medications and stuff like that, just over the last 2 years alone, has been absolutely trifling. You have these doctors that are just more worried about getting paid than they're worried about their patients. You have these doctors that just up and quit when they feel like it. It's just always something. It's always something. And you can't ever get any kind of consistency in this field whatsoever. And it's frustrating and it's aggravating. And any parents out there that are dealing with children on the spectrum or dealing with children with any kind of mental health issues whatsoever, this is what you have to look forward to, and especially in the state of Pennsylvania. I don't know about other states. All I know is that in Pennsylvania, the mental health field has gone downhill by bucket loads. And I blame our politicians for that. I really do. Because there has been so much funding that has been kind of thrown in the trash because certain politicians don't believe that, oh, they don't really need the extra help, or, oh, they don't need the extra medicine, or, oh, they don't need blah, 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 when they ain't even doctors themselves. And, yeah, and I blame quite a few politicians. A lot of our big politicians do, if you know what I mean. I have no love whatsoever for our POTUS whatsoever, because you know what, he, as far as I'm concerned, is part of this. Just ridiculous. It's having to deal with this all the time. And I'm sorry if I'm like all over the place, but, and I know it's not my son's fault. My son, he's just kind of a pawn in all this. And I feel so helpless when I can't get the help that I need for him. So, alright, so on that note, the best I was able to do for him was to get an emergency medication supply from Walgreens Pharmacy. Shout out to Walgreens, by the way. Thank you very much. At least for the next day or two, I don't have to worry about it, about his medicine and being able to go to school and everything. But after Friday, no idea what's going to happen after Friday. So, yeah. So we'll just kind of end the vlog today with that. I know, it's horrible to, be like this. And I hate getting so overly emotionally invested in this field. And it's one of the reasons I left the field, honestly, because I actually have a bachelor's degree and I have an associate's degree in behavioral health and human services. And I worked maybe a year in the mental health field, and I was only working with adults. And honestly, that was probably the most stressful job I ever had in my entire life. And I think, honestly, and that's one reason I got out of that profession, is because I didn't want to have to go to work 8 to 10 hours a day, deal with that, and then come home and have to deal with the same problems. I know that sounds horrible, but, after a while, it can be taxing on the brain. It really can. And some of these adults or young adults or whatnot that I was accustomed to dealing with at this previous job I was at, I felt horrible for them, because we have a program in Pennsylvania, or I shouldn't say a program, it's a school, and it's called the Wood Schools. They used to be a phenomenal institution at one point, and now their way to deal with their clients when they age out is they force them to sign themselves out, and then they get dropped off at a local group home's doorstep. That's pretty much what I dealt with all day long. And it's horrible. I'm talking adults that had maybe the mental capacity of a 2-year-old. And because they were 21 years old, they had to be signed out. Another one of them great programs that were put in the gutter by our lovely politicians. Yeah, but they don't need the help. They're being forced to sign themselves out of a secure institution because there's no funding. So then they get dumped off at a group home that's or so-so, and then their care suffers for it, and their health suffers for it. And I've seen it on extremes on both ends, for the better and for the worse. And it's so aggravating and frustrating, especially when you're a parent of a child that needs these services and needs this help, and it's just not out there anymore, or it's just being so limited by greedy politicians that want to rather put the money in their damn pockets rather than help the people of our country, or take our money and throw it into other countries that can't stand us, or whatever the case may be. You know, it's always something. And I get so aggravated and so frustrated, and it actually physically makes me sick to my stomach, because it's not right. It's not right. These children and these young adults are suffering with problems or having issues that they can't even, you know, get help with because of stupidity. Just plain old stupidity and greed. That's what it comes down to. So, but, yep, that's my rant for the day. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I am mentally drained, physically drained. I'm ready to, like, crash for the night. So, I know it wasn't a great vlog. It wasn't a very happy vlog, but I hope you like and subscribe to it. Maybe even share this with a couple people. You never know. It might be helpful to somebody else. Yes, buddy, you can. You guys, come here. You want to say goodnight first?
Good night.
Jay, want to say goodnight to everybody?
Yeah.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. So on that note, like, subscribe, share, please share, because you know what? I'm sure there are other parents out there that are dealing with these problems, and I know I cannot be the only one that's dealing with them. Feel free to comment, message me, or whatever, if you think there's something I can even suggest if you're having similar problems, or hell, maybe if someone out there has some suggestions for me, I'm all up for listening. So, well, I will talk to you all guys later, and you have a good night.